Happy Warmoth Wednesday. Welcome to another Music Maker guitar video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you get all the latest videos. And if you want something more in-depth for like in-depth lesson, please go visit me on my website, musicmakerlessons.com. Anyways, it's going to be part 3 of the How to Play Misty tune. I wanted to talk today a lot about phrasing and melody and just kind of like analyzing a little bit of this one by scale degree. Because I think that's the most important thing, at least for guitar players like us to kind of understand, is what's the sound of the degree and what's the use for that? How can we apply it? So I'm going to get right into it. We're just going to start right on the melody of this one and talk about kind of scale degree of the notes in the melody, analyze a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put up the real book chart here one more time for you to screenshot. And I'm also going to kind of do a close-in on certain bars of the music that we're concentrating on. So starting with the A section, the first 3 notes, we have B flat, then we have G, and we have D flat. Now analyzing that up against an E flat chord, it's actually an E flat major 7, and what we've got is the 5th, the 3rd, and then the 7th, like descending order. Then we're kind of thinking like B flat before it's time for the B flat minor chord. So we're hearing that. So what you're hearing is like from a B flat minor scale, it's like root, 2nd, minor 3rd, and then 9. So like B flat is home, then this is the 2nd note of a minor scale. So it's like 1, 2, flat 3, and then the high C up top, it's kind of like a bridge note. It's the 9th of a B minor 9. But then it's also 13. Or that. Right? It's the 13 of E flat. So if you're thinking about, just playing an E flat, and then you have this note on there, that's an E flat 13. You know what I mean? And that's the other thing about like doing degree like this, is it like teaches you like which chord voicings are really nice, and like what works and why does it work, Anyways, that's like E flat 13 there. Then we're into an E flat triad. Right? So that's B flat, G, E flat. That's just a regular old E flat major triad, but coming from the 13th. That also tells me like a lot about my phrasing, right? Because like when it hits the E flat, he doesn't hit a consonant note of the E flat chord. So maybe when I'm soloing there, maybe I hit the 13 or the 9 or the 11 on the E flat before I hit like any of the chord tones or the color tones of that note, just just because that's what Erroll Garner wrote, you know. So, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to play the 13 every time you play a solo. That's like just to phrase it melodically. Like, you can just kind of consider some of the decisions that he made when he wrote that melody and just go like, oh, well, what if I also used an extension, right? Like, what if I used something that's not the root 3rd, 5th, or 7th of an E flat dominant 7 chord over an E flat dominant 7 chord? Then resolve to it, right? Right, then you resolve right to it. So I could do that, right? Right, that's also like kind of Erroll Garner-y. And I went to the 9 instead of the 13. And then resolve to the rest of the notes that are in the next chord. And that's just only a thing that's borrowing from Erroll Garner's phrasing. So that's a really cool thing that I think, again, like, you analyze these melodies and you learn like about which degree is being used, and you kind of analyze where it's being used, and you can kind of come up with a lot of great ideas for how to phrase your own, you know, melodic stuff. Anyways, that said, 13, 5, 3, root, then landing on C, which is the 3rd of A flat major 7. Now there's two things that I hear happening at this point over this A flat chord. The next part that's written in the real book version is this, which is a straight outline of the chords. But sometimes when I like listen to Ella Fitzgerald sing it, she kind of does like, we have this leading back to that last chord. So sometimes what I hear is like her singing that, which is more motivically like what just happened before. So sometimes I use that. I like that. Again, that's like one of these phrasing things that you learn from listening to it and analyzing them, but I really like when she does that. So a lot of the time, like when I'm playing this tune, I'll play it the first time kind of like it's written in the book, just so that like if there's any jazz heads in the room, they don't yell at me. And then the second time I'll play it more like Ella, just because I like that. But anyways, that said, it's the thing that's written in the book is this. It's just over an A flat major 7, so that's the 7th, root, 3rd, 5, 7th, 9th, which ties over into the next chord because you have A flat minor 9. Right, so that's a really nice, you know, thing that's happening there. If I'm doing what I've heard Ella do, it's the same thing as was happening here. Root, 2nd, flat 3, up to 9. So that's root of A flat, the 2nd note of that minor scale, flat 3, 9. And then the 9 translates into the 9 of minor 9. It's a B flat. And then D flat. The B flat with the D flat is 13 again. So it's like the same, again, like it gives you a good really like phrasing and motif because it's the same relationship to the chords behind it. It's another thing that, again, it's one of these big educational things if you analyze it. If you don't analyze it, it just like is like it's just a note and it sounds like it sounds. But if you analyze it, you can see like this is a musical idea, and this is why this musical idea works so great. Anyway, so that resolving to the 5th of D flat, so that's A flat there, and then 3rd, major 3rd of E flat major 7. That's where your G is. So G, and then G, A flat, B flat. That's all like 3rd, 4th, 5th, root. But then the root is also, it's the root of E flat major, but E flat is also the minor 3rd in a C minor 7 chord. So again, it's really like great bridge chord. And that does the same motivic thing again. Again, it's just such a great like phrased, greatly motifed out melody here. It's really good. But E flat goes up to F, G, A flat, again leading to your minor third in F minor 7. Then going down to C, which is in F, the perfect fifth, and then that acts also as a bridge to being the ninth over B flat 9 chord. I'm sorry. Then C, D, E flat, F being the 7 in G minor. It's also the sus4 in C7 and root over F minor 7 and fifth over B flat 7. Then we have a repeat. So it does the same thing again. Then on the second ending, it just resolves to the root. So coming from F minor 7, starting on the A flat, going to the C, lands on the root of E flat 6. That note also happens to be the 9 of D flat 9, so you can use that melodically. Then running up this scale here, we're leading up to the minor third in B flat 7. So the D flat that we're ending on that's kind of our destination. So I always kind of think about that. But this is just a run up of E flat major scale. So E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, D flat. That D flat also functions as the flat 7 in E flat. So D flat, and then we get an E flat and an F flat, which actually on a guitar it looks like a regular E, so don't worry about that happening, but resolving to the C. So here's what's happening there. We're going to 7th over an E flat 7, to the root, to the flat 2, and then back down, root, flat 7, third of A flat major. Then up that E major scale again, E flat major scale again, just a little bit. So it's like E flat, F, then A flat, B flat, C, to D natural. Now all of that, right? So E flat is the 5th, F is the 6th, we have A flat as root, 2nd, 3rd of A flat major. Then that resolves to the 4th, the 11th of A minor 7. Which gives that really nice A minor 11. That also translates that D being the root of, that also translates the D being the root of D dominant 7. Root, so D is the root, C will be the 7, flat 7. Then that's root 13, 5 of F7, and then flat 3 of G minor 7. 7 is all B flat, serves the same purpose all over these 4 chords. So it's the flat 3 of G minor 7, it's the dominant 7 of C7, it's the sus4 of F minor 7, and it's the root of B flat 7. Then we're back into the A section. Anyways, again, I think this melody has just so much, it's just chock full of really great information that's so musical. It's so well phrased. It is, it's just very well put together. So I think analyzing any kinds of melodies that are like that are just complex and well put together like this, is a really great bridge to you forming better phrasing and better musical decisions of your own. So please take some time, learn this melody. If you know how to play it, maybe you can play it and put it together with some chords. A whole arrangement doing these things, just any kinds of different ways, putting the melody on the top, in the middle of the chord, on the bottom of the chord. As long as you know your degree and you know your chord voicings, there's really infinite possibilities here. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get something new in your phrasing from this. And if you like this kind of video, please go visit me on my website. I have a whole packet you can download. It's chock full of scales and chord voicings and things like that. And that's free. So I'd love to see you out there. So happy Warmoth Wednesday. I'll see you next time.